Vanishing Folklore and Beliefs.
The Fairy Mythology by Thomas Caillte. Public domain reading, circa 1892. Folktale from the Scottish Highlands. The Wounded Seal. There once dwelt on the northern coast, not far from Tygan Crotcallo, John O'Groat's house, a man who gained his living by fishing. He was particularly devoted to the killing of seals, in which he had great success. One evening, just as he had returned home from his usual occupation, he was called upon by a man on horseback, who was an utter stranger to him, but who said that he had come on the part of a person who wished to make a large purchase of seal skins from him, and wanted to see him for that very purpose that evening. He therefore desired him to get up behind him and come away without any delay. Urged by the hope of profit, he consented, and away they went with such speed that the wind which was in their backs seemed to be in their faces. At length they reached the verge of a stupendous precipice overhanging the sea, where his guide bade him alight, as they were now at the end of their journey. "But where," says he, "is the person you spoke of?" "You'll see him presently," said the guide, and catching hold of him, he plunged with him into the sea. They went down and down, till at last they came to a door, which led to a range of apartments inhabited by seals. And the man, to his amazement, now saw that he himself had become one of these animals. They seemed all in low spirits, but they spoke kindly to him, and assured him of his safety. His guide now produced a huge gully, or jochtaleg, at sight of which, thinking his life was to be taken, he began to cry for mercy. "Did you ever see this knife before?" said the guide. He looked at it, and saw it was his own, which he had that very day stuck into a seal who had made his escape, with it sticking in him. He did not therefore attempt to deny that it had been his property. "Well," said the guide, "that seal was my father. He now lies dangerously ill, and as it is only you that can cure him, therefore I have brought you hither." He then led him into an inner room, where the old seal lay suffering grievously from a cut in his hind quarters. He was then desired to lay his hand on the wound, at which it instantly healed, and the patient arose, hale and sound. All now was joy and festivity in the abode of the seals, and the guide, turning to the seal hunter, said, "I will now take you back to your family, but you must first take a solemn oath never again to kill a seal as long as you live." Hard as the condition was, he cheerfully accepted it. His guide then laid hold of him, and they rose up to the surface, up, till they reached the surface of the sea and landed at the cliff. He breathed on him, and they resumed their human forms. They then mounted the horse and sped away like lightning, till they reached the fisherman's house. At parting, his companion left with him such a present as made him think light of giving over his seal hunting. If you enjoyed this folktale, please take a moment and click the subscribe button and share this with your friends. Thank you so much.
Vanishing folklore and beliefs.